Facebook, Instagram. I'm live in both locations. My name is John, and it is 1 p.m. on Tuesday, October 2nd. We have a crazy need, and it's very urgent. I'll explain the whole story, but let me tell you straight up what we're trying to do. We have to raise $11,501.10 by midnight tomorrow. By midnight on Wednesday, October 3rd, Team Herron has to raise $11,501.10 for adoption costs for Baby Alysia Hope. I'll explain why that specific amount in just a second, but I want to thank you for just taking a second to even click play, because there's tons of things on Facebook and Instagram you could be looking at. This is going to be a telethon. I don't know what else to do because we have an urgent need in our family. So every hour on the hour between now and midnight tomorrow, I'm going to come on Facebook and Instagram and update you and bug you and tell you funny stories and be silly. In the middle of the night, we'll see. I may be asleep, but if it's still super urgent, I may be up every hour. So we've set up a webpage, jonathanherron.com/telethon. jonathanherron.com/telethon, where I'm going to try and post every hourly live update on the telethon page. And the best way to give is right there on the link, gofundme.com/Team Herron. gofundme.com/Team Herron. We got to raise $11,501.10 by midnight tomorrow night. All right, that's the urgent need. Now, let me tell you what's going on and then why I'm going to do this every hour on the hour. Right now, I'm in my office at work, Life Church, Saginaw. We just found out about this need about an hour ago from our adoption agency. So here's the deal. I haven't even eaten lunch, people. In fact, I'm eating leftovers from a baby shower that was thrown for my wife last night. And so that's what that's what we're resorting to as we do this telethon and kick this off. Let me show you a picture of my family. This is my amazing family, AKA Team Herron. All right. So there's me. I'm the bald guy. I'm doing this on Facebook and on Instagram. My beautiful wife of 20 years, Amber. I married my high school sweetheart. And listen, we have a heart for orphans. James 1:27 says, true religion is when Christians take care of orphans. So my wife and I have spent several summers serving in Zambia, Africa, serving in orphanages. And it broke our hearts to see young boys and girls had no home. They didn't have any supplies. They would kick trash down the street as soccer. And so God grabbed our heart and called us to adopt. Adoption is very expensive. I will not lie. That's why many people don't adopt. But we've been touched 4 times over. All of our children are adopted. In 2006, baby Josiah was born, and we actually brought him home from the hospital. We have a fantastic open relationship with Josiah's birth mother and the entire extended family. We just saw them a few weeks ago. Adoption has been so amazing in our family's life. Ainsley, my daughter, is now 6 years old. She was born in 2012. Her birth mother made a brave, loving adoption plan through difficult circumstances. And we continue to have a wonderful open relationship with Ainsley's birth mom and her birth family. We just saw them at the Detroit Zoo a couple months ago. It was awesome. And then Seth, he was born in 2014. The circumstances of his adoption were extremely crazy, extremely stressful. But he's just a cool kid, super cool kid. Josiah is named after the King Josiah, the last godly king of Israel. His middle name is Nathan, which means fire of the Lord. Ainsley is just Ainsley because we love that name. Her middle name is Grace because it was a very dark time in our lives when we got the phone call that we were chosen by Ainsley's birth mother. And so it was God's grace. And so her middle name is Grace. Seth, so the third child born to Adam and Eve was Seth. So it was Cain, Abel, and then Seth. And so he's our third born. His name is Seth. My grandparents that immigrated from India to provide a better life for our family, their last name was the Seths. And his middle name is Edmund because my grandfather's middle name was Edmund. I was in India 6 months ago and got to visit the church where they discovered Christ. And so to honor my grandparents, we named him Seth Edmund. And then last September, we were blessed with baby Levi. Baby Levi Tozer. Levi, because the name Levi means set apart in the scriptures. Tozer, because Amber and I have been greatly influenced by the Christian author A.W. Tozer, who lived 100 years ago. You can see that Josiah and Seth are both Caucasian, and that Ainsley and Levi are both African American. I'm Indian, my wife is white. When we walk into Target, people can't categorize our family. And we love our family. So here's why there's an urgent situation. Levi was born exactly 1 year ago. He just turned 1. And his birth mother made a beautiful adoption plan. We've had an open relationship with her. A few months ago, we lost touch with Levi's adoptive mother, and we've been trying to reconnect. So 2 weeks ago on a Sunday afternoon, as we were getting ready to celebrate my 12-year-old's birthday, we get a phone call completely out of the blue. We were not looking to adopt. We thought that God had closed the door because we can't afford adoption. Our family, everybody's got their issues. This is my telethon. So you're going to hear my sob story, darn it. This is my telethon. Listen, we are a single income family like many of you out there. I'm in ministry. Nobody in ministry gets rich. Unless you're one of those guys that, is stealing money from a church or doing something crazy. That's not us, okay? I promise you. Anything, we are doing this as a labor of love. And so I'm the major breadwinner. This is my telethon. You hear my sob story. So we thought at 4 kids, that was it. We still have a heart for adoption, but we thought that was it. Our hearts have always been yearning for a daughter, but we thought there's no way we can do it. We can't afford it. Adoption is expensive. My little baby daughter, Ainsley, 6 years old, for the past 6 months, has literally every night been praying for a baby sister. Adorable. Dang it, God heard her prayers. 2 weeks ago, we got a phone call out of the blue saying that Levi's birth mother, Levi, who's 1 year old, they said, good news, we've reestablished contact with her. She wants to get in contact with you guys. We're like, oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. And then they dropped the big news. They said, by the way, yesterday she gave birth to a baby girl in Detroit. And she called our agency and is asking if your family would adopt her baby girl because she wants to keep brother and sister together. So Levi's biological sister was just born 2 weeks ago. And this was not our plan, but birth mother is doing a loving thing. She is not supported at home. I can't share with you all the details of her situation, but I thank God that she didn't choose to abort her baby because she's not supported. And it's a very broken situation. And so it's only by God's grace that she is making a loving plan for her daughter and is asking us to adopt her baby. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. There's no crying in baseball. So this long story short is we have a baby girl that we need to bring home. And our church family has been amazingly supportive. Now we're asking for people to share this on Facebook because we have to figure out, we just got the bill from the adoption agency. This is why people don't adopt, because it's very expensive. The good news is our adoption agency is reducing the cost by 50%, which is huge. Your 5th kid, you get 50% off. It's only because of how crazy the situation is that the birth mother is specifically asking our family to adopt her birth daughter. And that's an awesome responsibility. And it's a beautiful illustration of the gospel. It's selfless love on her part, and we're just blown away. So this is about keeping Levi and his little sister together. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Anyhow, we signed the papers on Thursday morning. Then Friday, we have to take our family to the other side of the state to meet up with the Levi's a birth mother. She's releasing her rights in a court hearing on Friday. And we're hoping and praying that the judge signs all the paperwork on Friday so we can bring Baby Alysia home. So, sorry guys. So today we got the phone call from Adoption Associates of the final bill. There's a lot of costs, a lot of court costs, a lot of paperwork, all that fun stuff. And I'm just shooting straight. At the end of the day, we still have to come up with $11,501.10. Don't forget the 10 cents. That's in addition to what we've already raised. So if you've already helped us, whether it's prayerfully or through a gift online, thank you. All that money has already been given to Adoption Associates for adoption costs. That's been super cool. Like every time we've needed X amount to pay, a certain phase, God has provided through generosity of people online at GoFundMe.com/Team Herron. So all of that has completely gone already to Adoption Associates. So the final remaining amount that we have to raise by midnight tomorrow on Wednesday, October 3rd, we have to come up with $11,501.10. So my wife is very, very, she's freaking out about it. As you can imagine, we're freaking out, trying to figure this out. I am not the guy that enjoys asking for help or for money. It's not my thing. And I understand the stigma because I'm a pastor and it always looks bad when a church person is asking for money. I totally get that. And so if that's not your thing, dude, that's totally fine. I'm not pocketing any of this money. I promise you. I will show you my checkbook. All right. I'm eating leftovers from a shindig last night. This is my food for the next couple days. Okay. And I know there's people worse off than me. So I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to figure out how to raise $11,501.10 by midnight tomorrow. And the only idea I have is every hour on the hour, I'm going to come on live, share some silly stories or do whatever I have to do. I don't know. I'd say I'd shave my head, but I already did that. And so I'm just going to update people every hour here on Facebook, on Instagram. I set up a page on my website, jonathanherron.com/telethon. And that has links to GoFundMe. And also there's a t-shirt, hat, hoodie, apparel fundraiser for our adoption. It's based on Psalm 127, raising arrows. And so if you want to buy a shirt or a hat or whatever, you can do that. That link is on jonathanherron.com/telethon. If you buy a hat or a t-shirt or whatever, please know though that money, it will eventually go to our adoption, but it will not help us in this urgent need. So Custom Ink prints the t-shirts and the hats and they send a check to the adoption agency like in 2 or 3 weeks. But we have to have the funds for the adoption by midnight tomorrow. We have to. I'm going to sell a kidney. I don't know what I'm going to do. Kidding. So I'm doing this fundraiser online. If you're able to chip in $5, that would be amazing. Any amount is going to help at GoFundMe.com/Team Herron. GoFundMe is set up so that money becomes available immediately, and it's all going to the adoption agency. If you want a receipt, I will show you receipts. All right, I'm not pocketing. I'm not going to Hawaii, people. That's not what I'm doing. But my wife and I are just trying to figure out how to do this, and we're trying to be responsible. So we have 4 other children. We're trying to keep Levi and baby Alysia together. We're trying to do this the right way. So any help you can give is great. If you can share this on Facebook, that would be awesome. If that's not your thing, totally get it too. But I'm going to do this every hour. I don't know how it's going to work out in the middle of the night. I may fall asleep, so forgive me on that. But I'm just going to keep updating you. I will start doing crazy things. I will yodel. I don't know. But GoFundMe.com/Team Herron is where we're trying to direct people to. We have until midnight tomorrow. So that's that. I may incentivize different dollar amounts because I've seen other people do that. I think that's kind of silly, but I'll do whatever I have to do. So if you give, I don't know. I mean, some people are able to give more, and some people, like $5 is a huge sacrifice. And so I want to honor that. If you're able to give $100 or more, then I will thank you at the next hourly update. How about that? I'll give you a fist bump. All right. If you are able to give $250 or more at the GoFundMe site, man, I will not only give you a fist bump at the next hourly telethon thing, I will send you What can I send you? Well, I have a book. It's called Holy Shift. It's actually an amazing book. It's a great book. It's a funny book. It will help you in leadership. I will send you an autographed copy of Holy Shift. How about that? I can do that. If some generous person out there goes to gofundme.com/Team Herron and gives $1,000, let's see, what will I do? Okay, when we bring Baby Alysia home, we will FaceTime you, and you will get to be the first person to say hi and greet Baby Alysia on FaceTime. So for a donation of $1,000 or more at GoFundMe, I will make that happen. And if somebody has a rich uncle who gives $10,000 on GoFundMe.com, number one, I will be washing your car. I'll probably be washing your clothes. I will shave your initials into my beard. I will. I totally would. If somebody gave $10,000 to this adoption, and all of it goes to the adoption, I would shave your first initial on this cheek, your second initial on this cheek, and I would preach on Sunday with that shaved in my beard. I totally would. Dude, I will do whatever it takes. I will. If that's too silly for you, that's fine too. But anyhow, thank you for letting me interrupt your day. I'm sorry that this became a sob story. I don't mean to do that. I'm just trying to figure this out. And we just got plopped with this urgent financial need for this adoption. So GoFundMe.com/Team Herron is really where we're trying to direct people. Again, if you want t-shirts, hats, and stuff, there's also a link. But that money, we won't see it for a couple weeks. That's just how the internet works. I'm going to try and post this video every hour also at jonathanherron.com/telethon, because I'm doing a telethon, people. And dude, I'm even going to do a telethon if I'm changing a diaper and it's time for me to do it every hour in the hour. Dude, I'm just going to interrupt the diaper change. If I'm putting my kids to bed tonight, you may see them. I don't know. We're just going to keep doing this because I got till midnight. So there you go. If you can't give anything, totally get it, dude. Everybody's got stuff going on. I totally understand it. But if you could share this on social media, that would be helpful, because maybe you have a friend of a friend of a friend on Facebook or Twitter that won the lottery. I don't know. That's what my staff said they're going to do. They're going to go to 7-Eleven and get scratch-off tickets and try to win the money. I said, don't do that. That's a bad idea. I will show you more photos. I cannot show you photos of Baby Alysia for legal purposes until the adoption is finalized. We're not allowed to publicly show her, but this is the rest of the family. This is baby Levi, and he has a baby sister that we're trying to bring home. So there you go. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to me babble on. I don't know if this is going to work. It may not work. I have no idea, but I have to try something. And so I told my wife, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to leverage whatever platform I have on social media. So thanks, guys. Love you. I will see you later.